What would you say the hardest thing about going through a divorce at 44 is?
Trying to figure out how I'm going to start my life again. It's hard.
Okay.
Yeah.
Was the relationship like 10 years plus, or?
Yes.
What's your outlook on going back into the world single?
It's dire. It doesn't look good, to be honest.
Are you looking for something serious again off the bat? Do you? Okay.
No.
Why not?
Absolutely not. No. There's no way I want to get into another long-term relationship. It's definitely trying to find and reconnect who the hell I am.
Right.
Yeah.
So the men that you're kind of like, you envision in your future, are they older than you? Are they younger than you? Same age?
I haven't even gotten to that point. Like, I have no idea.
Do you feel like you're competing with younger women?
Sometimes. Not that I feel like I am competing, but I definitely feel like it's hard for people my age or older to be single.
But I mean, you're a beautiful woman. Couldn't you still go out and get it from anybody at any point in time?
I don't feel like I can. I don't.
Now, you can never judge the book by its cover. That would be the wrong thing to do. But going off of this woman's vibe, her explaining her story, her being a 10+ year relationship, well, marriage, and her explaining her difficulties of being in the dating field, on the dating market. This is a good looking woman. Good looking, I would assume healthy looking older woman. And she's young, but she a little older, if you get what I'm saying. Look here, man. This just reminds me of a woman who's just exhausted. She's burnt out. It's almost like being a deer in a headlight, you know, with a headlight coming at you. Life hits you fast, you move on, and then you realize that you don't really have a lot of the same energy that you used to have or that you once had. So when you get out here, you looking around and everything done changed. It's almost like, I would assume, getting out of jail, getting out of prison, and you look around and everything is just different. There's a lot of things out there, a lot of people that you just don't really connect with. And I'm not saying that she can't connect with anybody, but her being outside, I would assume that she's trying, but she seemed like she got a good vibe to her. I don't think that it's hard for her to find a man. I don't think that it's hard for her to find a man. It's just that the situation has to be right, just like with anybody else. We rusty when we get out there, man. That's why a lot of times when they break up, hell, or if they going through their little breaks, or when they just single, you know, they feel like they got that rust on them, so they got to get out here and get out. But the older you get, people sitting down somewhere for the most part. There's still some people out here, especially these days, because there are older women and older guys out here that's out here running around, ripping around like they're 21 years old. And they got friends, sidekicks that will hold them up and say, look, man, let's go ahead and get out here and let's get it in. Well, come on, girl, let's take our shoes off and let's test it out. We ain't gonna let you sit in your misery. So that is more common these days because the grandma system done damn near failed today, and the granddaddy system. And what I mean by that is, when our grandparents, because I'm 34 years old, when we were coming up, our grandparents, when they were the same age as our parents when we were kids, they were sitting down somewhere. They was raising us, they was feeding us, they spent more time with us. Now these new grandmamas and granddaddies, the grandma system is what I call it, they out you. They out you. So she definitely has a chance. She has a shot. She has a better shot today, but I don't know what her support system looks like. Typically when a woman, especially a woman, is in a relationship for 10+ years, a marriage for 10+ years, you lose a lot of those friends. Y'all not as close as y'all used to be. Y'all don't go out like y'all used to be. You've been spending a lot of time being a mother, being a wife, being at home, doing your thing, working on your sanctuary, working on your foundation, and now all of that is gone. And it's kind of sad a little bit. It's kind of sad a little bit, but I'm sure she won't have a hard time. The right dude with the right vibe and MO about him, he'll swipe up. she'll probably tiptoe and take her good sweet time, because she needs time to air out. And that's something that a lot of us should do when you're in a long-term committed relationship. You got to give your time. You got to give it time and give yourself a chance to air out. Because if you don't, typically what could happen is that you'll feel like things are piled on top of each other, and here you are probably bringing unwanted baggage in the next relationship. That could happen. Not to say it happens with all, because some people can just move on and go into the next one like it's nothing. But hey, it is what it is. Everybody got their own program. Shout out to this woman. She looks good. Like I said, I don't think she would have an issue with getting a man. I don't think she would have that issue, but this is just my, this is just me observing from the outside looking in. But I tell you what, the way she look, there's some young gunners out here that are snatching. And I ain't just talking in the 30s.